Kept this one on my door all year. It's just from Home Bargains with oranges on, but it looks quite cosy, I think, so I've left that. Last night I actually weighed out all the measurements from my Delia Smith book, and I went for the rich fruitcake, even though I like her other light fruitcakes, but this is the dark one. So it's a pound, or 450 grams of currants, 175 grams of sultanas, 175 grams of raisins, 2 ounces of glacé cherries, or 50 grams, rinsed and finely chopped. I didn't put any candied peel in because I'm not really keen on it unless it's the real soft Italian variety, so I didn't put that in. 3 tablespoons of brandy, and that's been soaking with the grind of a lemon and an orange in this bowl here. And the smell is lovely. And I'm not going to put almonds on top, I'm actually going to ice it. So I shall buy the marzipan. I won't be putting an almond topping on the cake. I'll put marzipan, do a royal icing with glycerin and egg whites, and it'll look quite a Christmassy scene. But as I was born on the coldest day of the year, back in 1966, it'll be appropriate for the time of year, I think. So I shall have that fruit cake, and somebody else is making me a chocolate cake, which is great. So I'm just about to put the oven on. I'm going to mix all the ingredients, the butter, the sugar, the flour, the fruits, the treacle, and the mixed ground mixed spice. I haven't got any nutmeg, so that won't be going in, but apart from that, I'm sure the house will be filled up with a lovely scent of Christmassy smells. And yeah, I'll let you know how I get on. Oh, and that goes on the top. I've decided to go for a square tin. You can have a round. This goes on the top with a little hole in, just to stop it burning, because it's in for a long time. This is all ready to go in the tin. And last night was the first time I tried brandy in a glass. I took a sip. My goodness, I can understand why it helps a cold. It warms your chest, doesn't it? Really. I was like, oh! I love the smell of it in fruitcake, but not for me, for a drink. But I can see why people think it has medicinal properties. It does not warm you up. But anyway, now I'm ready to put it into the tin and into the oven. standing by my lounge window to get some natural light rather than putting a light on, because I went out into the kitchen the other day and I recorded me saying that I bought a cake tin and you could barely see my face. But anyway, I bought this cake tin from the Habitat Argos website and I collected it from my local Argos Sainsbury's shop. And I bought it because my fruitcake for my birthday wouldn't fit in my normal tin, which is 20 centimetre square cake. It wasn't that big. And I even cut the corners off and I was squishing, you know, wrapping paper around it, brown, you know, parchment paper and foil, and it wouldn't go in. I thought, what's it going to be like when I put the marzipan on? So I ordered this cake tin because all the reviews said it's a really big cake tin. And it's not airtight. Well, I don't think it is. It's not got like a clip where you can clip it. So I've got another tin that isn't that big, because by the time I forced the cake in, it's just about squeezed in. So I'm thinking, what size cakes are people talking about if they say it's a massive cake tin? In terms of height, yes, but not the width, the diameter. So I'm a bit stumped. The only other thing is a big plastic box, which I don't want. So I've squished it in for now, and we'll see. And I do like Sainsbury's. Every time I go in there, I love all the things. So I might go to the Longbridge Sainsbury's in a bit, just to have a mooch. And yeah, that's what I'll do. One of the reviews said it's big. So it's from the Habitat range on Argos. It's got the word cake somewhere, I think. There it is. It is big. My cake will go in there. Brilliant. It's only just gone in, mind you. I thought there was going to be loads of room. I don't know whether that's airtight with this on. Let's hope. And I'll turn it upside down. We missed the actual light switch on. We don't know why, because the lights just seem to come on. But Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath switched the lights on, apparently. I didn't hear any particular countdown, but he lives here in the village, apparently. But it was a nice atmosphere anyway, with everybody near the pubs and having a socialise, which was lovely. I know it's not Advent yet. Advent is the 30th of November. But I thought I'd be like London and the Cotswolds, where they've got some of their lights up. And here are these plain polystyrene rings that I've covered with tinsel. Hopefully it keeps dry. This one I've added real cones by putting a pin through and putting it into the polystyrene. So this is plastic, it's not real material. I've got plenty of fir cones I can put into anything, because I get thousands of fir cones in this garden. Another little sparkly one, look like 3 donuts. And on the gates I've put up the brown twine rings that you get, which I got last year from Home Bargains for a couple of pounds, onto a hanger and put some lights. I'll just show you. And these are the wreaths, and the little battery box I've actually wrapped in cling film so that they don't perish with the batteries inside. They look better in the dark. Kept this one on my door all year. It's just from Home Bargains with oranges on, but it looks quite cosy, I think, so I've left that. Just whisking up a double mushroom stroganoff meal here from the Mary Berry book. I'll link her book below if you're interested, but very quick meal to do without having to use meat. Frying off my mushrooms, a mix of button mushrooms and chestnut, a couple of cloves of garlic, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, a tablespoon of paprika or paprika, a splash of Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce, and yeah, a bit of salt and pepper. And then you put in your cream. It says 300 millilitres, but I didn't use the whole tub because I was only doing a smaller amount. But yeah, it tasted delicious, and it didn't taste sickly at all with the cream. Absolutely lovely. And then I move on to show you my little lights that I got from Lidl this week, just to light up part of the doorway. I'm just boiling another kettle. You can hear it boil. I've put hot water, salt, big glug of salt, into a washing up bowl that's got foil in, and the colour of all the silver plate, whatever they are, cutlery, I'll just put into the water, and they're changing colour as we speak because they were black virtually. So I'm going to leave that for a few minutes, put more water on because I need more hot water, and let the magic begin. Definitely changing colour already. Brilliant. Look at that. That's the difference. It just won't fit in, so I'm going to have to turn it upside down. My goodness. It's not a very pleasant smell, I've got to admit. Whatever's happening in the world of science. I've been dipping this one and rubbing it with the foil, and it's coming up really nicely. Some of them are still grubby. That's hot. Ha 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 ha. Silly girl. It's a bit hot. Some of them are coming out nice, as I say. Some are still grubby, so I'm rubbing them with a fresh piece of foil with salt on, and we're getting there. But because they were absolutely disgraceful, as you can imagine, they just tarnish. This has come up amazingly, so I'm going to keep going at it, and then wash them in soapy water in another bowl. So yeah, a few more minutes and more hot water. Not bad. Not perfect, but not bad at all. That one's the darkest, I think. Much better to what it was, and that's come up well. And especially this one. Another mixed selection of items this week. I hope I didn't bore you too much with my cleaning of the silver plate or whatever it is. Good tip though, isn't it, with that salt and the hot water and the aluminium. Very good tip. And you can also get those silver cleaning cloths. They tend to take any grubbiness off as well, which is just oxidised in the air. So I will be doing that on top of what I've got and wash them again. But they've come up really well. I'm pleased with the cutlery. They're sort of serving spoons and a fish knife as well, which I shall use as a cake plate, a cake knife. And what's gone on this week? Well, there's always gloom out there in November, isn't there? Can't bear the month. I always wait till I get to December. And the company my husband works for has called the administrators in. 1,300 people at risk of losing their jobs. But I said, I think a buyer will be found. I don't know why I feel that. So I've got a good feeling in my bones. I don't know why. Let's hope that's the case, because nobody wants to lose their job before Christmas, especially when they're in their 60s. I always think you should work for yourself, because when you rely on other people, it always goes kaput, doesn't it? Unless you're in the public sector. I'm always amazed how people in the public sector are totally immune to losing their job. Yeah. I've seen all sorts of people just plonk in, plonk out and go, I've been there 40 years. And I go, how have you done that? All the companies I've worked for have gone bust, they've transferred, they've merged, they've done this, they've done that. It's exhausting. Anyway, that's my little thing for the week. Let's hope it all sorts out. I'm sure it will. But in the meantime, I went and still spent money at Peacock's. Aren't these sweet little wreaths? I love them. I'm not getting any money for showing you these. These are from Peacock's. Aren't they great? Little gold little number. Sparkly little snowflakes, which I shall be wearing over the coming weeks. And Merry Christmas. Just to cheer me up. And yeah, I hope you're having a good week and that you are gainfully employed if you are in employment. And if you're not in employment, that you are happy with the weather, because today it's a bit brighter, it's cold, but I don't mind it cold. I feel like it kills all the bugs. I feel it kills all those horrible, nasty bugs that muster around November in the damp. And yeah, so I'll see you soon. I know that Hanbury Hall, locally to me, yes, Hanbury Hall, I've got their, I'm trying to get the lighting right in here, I've got their 1980s Christmas decorations. Now, I showed you a video last year, but it might be an interesting little tour again. If I just go around and see what they've got laid out, it might be exactly the same, in which case I won't bother filming. But if it is a bit different, then I'll show it you. It's always a bit of a Christmassy scene. And yeah, I'll catch you in a week's time. I'll see you soon. Bye.